video, you are going to learn how to lose body fat while still eating sugar. The best part is, this isn't just for people who are already super lean or have a crazy fast metabolism. It still works on people who have a little more weight to lose, and it's going to make the entire process easier. So listen up. The first thing you need to know is that fat loss comes down to your overall calories. It doesn't matter how healthy you eat or how often you work out. If you're consuming too many calories, then you're still not going to lose body fat. The problem is not the food itself, it's the dose. It's not the one cookie that makes you gain body fat. It's the entire box of cookies and all the other snacks that often come after it. There have been numerous studies that have shown that as long as the calories are the same, whether somebody does a low sugar diet or a high sugar diet, there isn't a difference in fat loss, metabolism, emotions, all that fun stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, none of this means that I'm saying that you should eat sugar every single day. You have to. You must add some junk into your calorie intake. No, it just means that if you have some cravings and you have a little indulgence, everything is fine. You're not gonna fall off track. I know for me, if I eat way too much sugar, I feel really crappy. I feel foggy headed, I get really sad and moody, and it's just not good. So I'm definitely not saying to eat it in excess, but it's just knowing that it's not completely off limits. And when you know that, that's when you somehow crave it less. If you'd like to see an example of this, check out my recent full day of eating video. You'll see how I eat mostly the healthier kind of foods and then work in some of the fun stuff in moderation. So it's a good example to see what that can look like. From my experience, anytime someone tries to eat really rigidly, it backfires on them at some point. I've seen this with myself. I've seen this with my clients. When people let go, trust the process, and take things slowly, that's when the best results happen. And there have been studies that prove this as well. One of them noted that rigid methods of eating are often correlated with a higher body fat, which sounds really weird, but when I thought about that, I was like, that makes so much sense, because when I was trying to be really rigid, really strict, that's when I could never really stay on track. So I either wasn't able to lose weight or I was gaining it back very quickly. When you take the more flexible, non-rigid approach, then suddenly you have less cravings because you know things are off limits. That's the really great benefit. But what about my health? While no food is off limits, you still want to make sure that most of your calories are filled with foods that are minimally processed and nutrient dense. Then you can leave room for some treats. As long as the bulk of your diet is made up of whole food sources, things like vegetables, fruits, meat, eggs, dairy, whole grains, then you're most likely consuming enough of your micronutrients, your fiber. You have your bases covered, and there's not really much else to worry about. So the main benefit that you get here is that you're actually going to maintain the results that you worked so hard for. Staying motivated and consistent is hard. Don't make it more difficult than it has to be. If a small portion of your daily calories includes a little indulgence, it's not gonna have a negative impact on your health or your fat loss goals. All it's gonna do is improve your dietary adherence. You'll have an easier time staying on track and have less issues with yo-yo dieting and always feeling like it's all or nothing. Speaking of staying on track, stay tuned for my next video because I do go over some of my biggest tips for staying on track with workouts and nutrition when you're just really not feeling it, when your motivation is just down in the dumps. Focus on hitting your daily protein, hitting your calorie goals, and eating primarily healthy, nutrient-dense foods. And that's it. Getting bogged down by all of the extra information and the numbers can really quickly make the process overwhelming and just not very fun. And of course, this makes you more likely to just not stick with it. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have been someone who is feeling deprived, not enjoying delicious cereal like this, and you're not even used to eating stuff like this, just start small, add little things in. I know for some people it can feel kind of scary at first, but I promise you, when you do it correctly, you will be so much happier with how you feel and your results. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!